That's it. It's all over. We're splitting up. Wait, what? No, not like that. Like this. We're off to London and Wills is off to see Iron Maiden. But I don't like
Iron Maiden.
So I'm going to have my own day and do my own thing. So it's London. Rach versus Wills. Who will come out on top? Well, if you like this, it's Wills. And if this is more your thing,
St James's Park is really beautiful.
then hang out with me instead. We usually hang out together and a postcard and a pint. But today we're flying solo. Let's get started. Of course, we started in Flint. And what are you up to, Wills?
I'm going to watch Iron Maiden.
Oh, are you doing that, Rach?
No.
Right, so what will you be doing then?
I'm going to have my day in London.
Sounds interesting. A London of two halves. Change one in Chester, and our train was late. Onto the train for Crewe, and did we get a seat? Champion. Off we went to Crewe, and this train was late too. It was busy in Crewe, so we got a drink with our names on, didn't we, Jodie? Then onto the London train, also running late, and finally, we were in London. You can always tell when there's an Iron Maiden concert on. T-shirts everywhere. Today's hotel was over at London Bridge, so we braved the tube and popped out at London Bridge right by the Shard. Then it was only a 10-minute walk to the Mercure Hotel. Ooh, this looks nice. And
We made it! And this is a nice hotel.
Isn't it?
Really like this. This is the Mercure in London Bridge. It's about a 5-minute walk past Borough Market, straight down the road. Really, really easy to find. Even Lado here shouldn't get lost later on.
I hope I don't get lost later.
So we're going to go and grab something to eat, and then we're going to go
Together?
Then we're going to go our separate ways. Now, I've got a few ideas about what I might get up to.
Are you going to tell us?
No, I'm going to wait till you've gone.
Okay, fair
and then it'll be a surprise
I'm
for
going
you.
to see Iron Maiden, as if I hadn't mentioned already.
Yes, he is.
I'm about to get lost.
Okay, let us go and grab something to eat.
See you there. Pull out my sunglasses. Gotta go back and get them. Go!
some things never change. We thought that looked a bit posh for lunch and decided to head back to Borough Market instead. We love this market. It has loads of fresh produce and great street food from around the world. Records show that there's been a market at the foot of London Bridge since the 11th century. Much of today's market is made up of the old Victorian structure and Iron Maiden fans. We finally found what we were looking for at Hobbs. That'll be a falafel wrap for Wills and a halloumi wrap for me. It was all freshly made in front of us and looked delicious. We sat down outside Southwark Cathedral and got stuck in.
I've got a halloumi wrap. It looks absolutely delicious from Hobbs, right under the bridge in Borough Market. Cheers!
And I've gone for the falafel one. Looks dead good.
Eat up then!
That's it. Lunch done. It's time to go our separate ways. I will see you later. Behave yourself and try not to get lost.
Okay, have fun.
Bye, Wills! Dear God, will we ever see him again? Right, it's off back to the hotel for me.
Well, that's off lad off to his Iron Maiden gig. I hope he has a lovely time. But what am I going to do? Now, I actually quite like my own company. I'm happy to dawdle and wander around on my own. I've actually booked a tour for tonight. I've booked a walking tour of, I think it's Paranormal Ghostly London, and it does St James's Palace, Houses of Parliament. It involves a boat ride. I was like, I'm in, I'll have that. Finishes me up by Tower Bridge, which isn't too far to get back here. Then I'll probably come back, maybe get something to eat, maybe have a drink in the bar and wait for Wills. First off, I'm not sure. I'm going to go to the Garden at 120. I believe it's a skyscraper that's not one of the highest ones, but you can go up it, you get great views of St Paul's and the Gherkin and the walkie-talkie. Have a look at that, maybe. I'm going to walk to that, and then my tour is going from Green Park at 7. So it's about 3:30, 4:45 now, so I haven't got a load of time. So come with me, and let's see where we end up.
I was just leaving.
But before we go, I forgot to say, the weather today, it's the hottest day of the year. Of course it is the day we come to London. And it's 30 degrees out there. The tube was disgusting getting here, so that's why I'm going to walk across London instead of get back down there again. Ew. Also, I'm not very good at filming. I normally do the B-roll. I don't do this holding thing, so apologies for all the shots of me talking where you only see my forehead or my shoulder or my ear, because that is very likely to happen. Let's go!
First task, walk to the lift and film the button. Well done! Then I walked back towards Borough Market. Under the bridge, said hello to Southwark Cathedral, all the people having lunch, the Shard, and then... hen party passed me by, pedalling and drinking for all they were worth. They also left behind some funny-shaped confetti. I have no idea what that is. But enough of gentlemen's accessories. Where are you now?
I'm on London Bridge. Where are you?
Just got to Stratford station. Took me about 20 minutes from London Bridge, about 7 stops. First stop is the Cart and Horses birthplace of Iron Maiden. Let's see if I can find it.
And let's ramp up the music, eh, lad?
The stadium where the band is tonight, I think it's about 20 minutes that way, but I'm going to walk about 15 minutes this way to the Cart and Horses. I have been there before, and it's pretty cool, and hopefully I can find it again.
To be honest, you don't have to be a genius to find your way on gig day. Just follow the t-shirts, right?
I definitely didn't come this way last time I came, but there seems to be lots of Iron Maiden t-shirts going that way, so we'll keep going.
You keep following, lad.
How are you getting on, Rach?
I'm at a historical site, Great Fire of London and all that, but I found one of these, and I've never been in one before, as...
Will says designer coffee or anything that has the word matcha in it is for complete anchors, so to say. But I'm out alone. I saw a blank street. I've never tried one, so I've picked up a blueberry matcha, because all the people I watch on TikTok have them. So I'm going to have a little go.
So, snot-coloured cold milky tea, and...
I don't know what all the hype is about. It's milky, sweet, but it's very pleasant and it's very hot. So I'll enjoy my matcha as I carry on. What an influencer. What are you up to, Wills?
It's a bit crowded.
Oh dear. You see, you should have had a matcha. There was no queue for one of those. So, did you queue for an hour for a beer, lad? Or did you just sack it off and walk back the way you came?
Tell you what, that's my first big fat fail. The Cart and Horses is heaving. There's a queue about 10 miles long. Well, it's quite long anyway, so I'm not going to go there. I've been there before, so I'm going to show you some footage of that now.
That's very cool. But now what?
So I think I'm just going to head my way to the stadium, London Stadium, or Queen Elizabeth Stadium, whatever it's called, where West Ham play. And see if I can find that. It's about a mile that way.
Meanwhile, with my totally pretentious cup of green cold milk, I made my way across London. Do you want another matcha, Rach?
No.
Didn't think so, although this statue looked like it had had a matcha or two. I finally reached my destination on Fenchurch Street. And there was a bit of a queue. I enjoyed my influencer ice and bougie drink cup. And got stuck in queuing. Before you go up, you go through an airport-type scanner, board a lift, whiz up 15 floors, and then you pop out into a little tranquil oasis in the heart of the City of London. This was the first publicly accessible roof garden in the City of London, opening in 2019. The views are stunning. And what do you think, Rach?
This is pretty cool. It's nothing elaborate or amazing. It smells fantastic. It's free. I queued for about 20 minutes and you get some really lovely views from up here. This one is highly recommended.
There is a restaurant on the floor below, so it is possible to get a drink and bring it up to this level and sit out in this lovely garden, admiring the plants and the view. And your verdict on this one, Rach?
That was really, really cool. Even though I queued for 20 minutes and loads of people went up, it felt so peaceful and quiet up there. A little tip, it does close at 5 p.m, so I didn't have that long up there. I think now I'm going to make my way over to the Green Park area, which is where I need to be to start my tour. Maybe find somewhere for a sit down and a nice cold beverage, not a matcha.
And I won't be walking this time.
I'm on my way to Monument Tube Station. What are you up to, Wills?
So after walking 15 minutes this way to the pub, I'm now walking 15 minutes back the other way, plus another 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then to the stadium.
But it's all right. He's not lost. He's got his maps. And he's following t-shirts.
And I'm back at the station.
You see, who needs a map when there are this many t-shirts to follow? I think this might be the stadium, Wills.
Cheers, mate.
You're welcome. Now, what are you wanting next?
I'm down for a pint.
Standard. Go on, lad, get yourself inside and do your worst. And after barely looking at all...
Found a bar.
Of course you did. And what are you having?
Well, I'm enjoying a nice cold cider. What are you up to, Rach?
As mentioned previously, looking for Monument Station. There's a monument, that's a station, nailed it. Now, was it warm and toasty down there? Yeah. Feeling quite Londony, I filled up my bottle in a fountain and then questioned whether pigeons paddled and pooed in it. Rach?
I'm in Green Park. I've just filled up my water bottle. I hope that's drinking water. Everyone else was doing it. It's a bit hot to just sit out. I think I'm going to go and try and find a cafe or a bar to go and have a Diet Coke stop. Buckingham Palace is just the other side of here, but I don't think I'm going to go there today. I don't know. Let's see what happens. What are you doing, Wills?
I'm lost. I haven't got a clue where I'm going. Entrance to Gate M, apparently. No idea where that is.
What a spectacular return to form, Wills. Found it yet?
It might be up there.
I highly doubt it, and t-shirts are coming towards you now.
This is entrance L only. I'm entrance M. I don't think I'm in the right place.
All seem to know your alphabet.
Okay, I'm going the right way. Over here. Bridge 4, apparently.
Weather update, please, Wills.
It's very hot now. How come on sunny days like this, or when you're on holiday abroad somewhere in the lovely Mediterranean, there's all these beautiful looking people with their flowing white shirts and dresses, and everyone looks so cool, whereas I just look like a big sweaty mess.
It's a reality that eludes both of us.
You watch, I'll get to the gate now, there'll be a massive queue. Certainly in one by here though.
Looks like he's found it, and
I'm in a queue.
bad times. Meanwhile, I was at the Ritz. Well, I was walking next to the Ritz. I actually went to Pret for a raspberry cooler. Piccadilly is such an exclusive street, and this is a new one on me. Burlington House. A slice of Palladian grandeur tucked into this stunning courtyard. It seemed quite a learned group of buildings. Can you elaborate, Rach?
This is another new one on me, Burlington House. It houses the Royal Academy of Arts and quite a lot of other arty things. I will show you around now and tell you a bit more.
You know nothing. So, Mrs. Thicky. It was originally built in 1664 for Sir John Denham, a court architect. In 1704, it was bought by the 3rd Earl of Burlington, who was only 10 at the time. Man, I'm failing in life. In 1854, it was bought by the government, and in 1867 was offered as the new home for the Royal Academy of Arts. Several other societies followed, and here we are today. Back onto Piccadilly, and it's all a bit posh here. Even the handbags have swings, and if you have to ask the price, you can't afford it. And you certainly can't afford anything in this store. Yellow's not my colour anyway. I went back to the park, avoided the deck chairs and lay on the grass, as that's free, eh, Rach?
I'm back in Green Park now. I've walked and walked. God knows what my step count is today. I'm near where my tour starts. It doesn't start for half an hour, but I'm just going to sit on the grass and chill. It's hot and I'm exhausted. And I've still got a 2-hour tour to go. What's Will's up to these days? Is it Iron Maiden?
Not quite, but it won't be long. It seems Wills has got his wristband. The officials are handing out water. Cheers, lad.
Just give me some water, that was a nice touch.
The stadium opened and in he went.
Nearly there.
Wills had been to the Iron Maiden gig in Manchester the previous week, but that was in an arena. A stadium is a whole different ballgame. This is the London Stadium, built for the 2012 Olympics. It's now the home ground for West Ham United Football Club. And tonight's gig.
£8.50 for a Brewdog cold beer.
Stop moaning, Northern lad. I'm sure you're about to shell out 40 quid for yet another t-shirt to join the now 180 t-shirts you already have. Meanwhile,
That was a lovely relax. Now it's time to go on my tour.
we met by the fountain of pigeon, paddle and poo. Don't worry, I'd thrown that water away by now. As there were so many booked on, we were split into 2 groups, and across London we went, learning of historic ghosts along the way. This is St James's Palace, and
They found him sitting on his bed, his clothes were torn off, he had blood on his person. When he saw his servant, he was shouting, "Jonas Salis! Jonas Salis!"
that was the story of Joseph Salis, who supposedly killed the king's brother and then took his own life and still haunts the palace today. We then walked around the palace, across the Mall in front of Buckingham Palace and into St James's Park. There were a lot of ducks. Cheers, lad. Another spooky story involving a soldier and a prostitute and a gorgeous, tranquil lake. Is it peaceful where you are, Wills? That'll be a no then. That's the Raven Age, the first support act of the night. Back to the park, eh, Rach?
St James's Park is really beautiful.
It really is, and it's bustling with wildlife too. Another quick story, then we were by a really iconic landmark. How's the second support act going, Wills?
Every night, try to skip the sunset.
This is Hailstorm, fronted by Lizzie Hale. She's got a fantastic voice. Bravo!
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But now it's back to Big Ben. It doesn't get much more London than that. The next part of our tour was to be a boat trip to Tower Bridge. It wasn't a boat trip exclusively for our tour. We caught an Uber boat and stopped at various places along the way. London is so stunning from the water, especially in this light as the sun is setting. So do you prefer this London or this London? This? A beautiful iconic cathedral built by Sir Christopher Wren. Or this? A group of sweaty old men bouncing up and down making a noise. It's a good job opposites attract, isn't it? This year, for the first time, massive LED screens replaced the old physical backdrops. Some loved it, some hated it. Wills will give you his verdict at the end of this video. Anyway, back to the River Thames. Ah, that's better. And the Millennium or Harry Potter Bridge was looking stunning at sunset. We sailed under Southwark Bridge and past the City of London. It seemed ages ago that I'd been in that rooftop garden looking down at the Thames. We do prefer old architecture, but there is something strangely beautiful about London's modern skyline. We arrived at Tower Bridge and it was time to disembark. There was just one more ghostly tale about the Tower of London. It was about Henry the Head-Chopping VIII and his second wife, Anne Boleyn. He had her beheaded in 1536 and she now haunts this building with her head tucked underneath her arm. And that was the end of the tour. Give us your thoughts, Rach.
That was really, really cool and I did enjoy it, but there were 47 booked on the tour tonight, so they split it into two groups. And my group had the guy who had a really, really strong French accent, and he was really, really hard to understand. The stories were great, and I saw bits of London that I had seen most of them before, but it was really, really interesting. The boat ride was brilliant. I got a great seat, gorgeous views, right time of night for the light. I did enjoy it. It was only 27 quid, so I think that was good value for a tour and a boat ride within it. But now I am knackered. I'm going home.
And I'm not getting on the tube again. I'm walking. How's it going, Wills? Noisy as ever, but also poignant.
It's a homecoming for Steve. And it's also a homecoming for all of us after 50 bloody years.
Yes, Wills was still rocking out. And me? Well, you'll never guess where I was.
I'm back on London Bridge.
Enjoying the sights of London one last time. And finally, I was back at the hotel.
It's just after 10 p.m. and I am back in the hotel room and I am one sweaty mess. Man, London's been hot today. Look at the tan lines on that. I had some cream on as well. I've just been to the Amazon Fresh across the road. I've picked up a nice hummus vegetable bowl, which I'm going to enjoy now. And then I am going to hop in the shower and then I'm going to go down to the hotel bar, have a glass of wine and wait for Wills to come back. I'll say, how's it going, Wills? I think I know how it's going. It's probably loud, sweaty and very, very, very like, that. I've had a lovely day.
And whilst I enjoyed my salad, Wills was rocking with the best of them. And whilst Wills is playing with fire, I was playing with a lovely cold glass of wine. I'd had a shower and everything by now. I didn't envy Will still being out in this heat. I mean, it does look amazing, but that's far too many people and I'm a lot happier in my hotel bar. Ooh, I think it might be drawing to a close. Yep, this is sounding like the end. Did you enjoy that, lad? Excellent. Now there's just the small task of fitting 75,000 people into Stratford Tube Station. How's that going to work, Wills?
Oh no, what's going on here?
Ah, the good old stop-go system. And how's life treating you, Rach? You're still on the wine. Good girl. And your verdict?
Cheers.
It's getting on for midnight and
Nearly there. 10-minute walk to the back of the hotel.
London Bridge Tube Station is certainly quieter than Stratford. And what have you bought?
£7.50 for a big bottle of water and some cheesy puffs. Disgusting.
That's London, and finally,
I'm here, down to find Rachel. Found her, and she bought me a beer. She's a keeper.
we swapped news about our day and then went to bed. Cheers.
Morning! So that was London Rach versus Wills. Who had the best day? Drop it in the comments who you think had the best day. We're going to take this home for a better and more serious debate. I definitely won that one. See you at home.
See you there.
We're back, and that was a really quick and cheeky trip to London.
It was ace.
Who do you think had the best day?
I did.
I think I did, actually. But one thing I did think is, as I was going round and seeing different things, I thought, oh, Wills would love this. And as you've put the video together, as we've put the video together, you've looked at it.
There were so many places.
Yeah.
I really want to go to that rooftop
That was
garden.
so cool.
Beautiful views.
Free as well. I don't think I'd have enjoyed your day.
I think you'd appreciated. I mean, music-wise,
Yeah.
they're just phenomenal. I know you don't like that
No.
sort of music, but they are just phenomenal.
And different staging.
A little bit different this time. They normally do the traditional backcloths and inflatables, but they went for full-on video screen this time. They've never done that before. They've had some smaller screens in the past, but never full-on. And a lot of the die-hard fans have been moaning a bit, saying, "Oh, it's not the same. We like the inflatables. We like the backcloths." I totally get it, but it was fantastic.
It did look cool.
Really did bring another dimension to the gig. I mean, they were so good. Another thing as well, they got a new drummer. If you saw on our last Iron Maiden video, I actually caught the drum skin. Nico McBrain, the drummer, threw it, but Nico had to retire from live playing last year because he had a stroke, and so they got a new drummer, Simon Dawson, and just phenomenal. It almost gave like a new bit of energy to the band as well. They don't need any more energy. They're in their 60s. They are incredible. I'm blown away. And I saw them the week before in Manchester. In fact, we are putting out a video. We may have even done it last night if I've got my act together. But we're going to put a video out. The comparisons between going to a gig, Iron Maiden, but going to a gig in an arena compared to a stadium. And I'm going to compare Manchester Iron Maiden gig to the London one.
I won't be in that vlog.
You won't be in that one. Not much
We
anyway.
really will have split up in that vlog.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, it was a great little trip. A quick night away, back the next morning.
Unfortunately, we had to be back first
work.
thing. We were at the station at 8:30, 8:20 on Sunday morning, because I had to be back in work for midday. So
Yeah.
boo.
Right, let's leave that video behind now. We've got
Okay.
some thank yous to do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Field View Adventures, to Stephen, Catherine and Zach.
Yeah.
They gave us such a lovely shout
It was
out.
lovely. They're in North Wales at
Yeah.
the moment. They travel around in a van.
They're living the dream.
They really are.
Yeah.
And we were watching it the other night. We were watching it because they're in
Yeah.
North Wales, and we like them anyway.
Yeah.
And they gave us such a lovely mention. They were
Yeah.
so kind about your voiceovers.
I know,
and
so
it was
sweet.
lovely. So thanks, guys.
We'd like to return the favour and just say, head on over to their channel,
Field View Adventures.
Field View Adventures, and check them out.
We'll leave the link.
Yeah, they're good fun. We'll link them below.
Yeah.
And also to OB's Outdoors.
Pete and
as
Shell
well.
from
Pete Shell.
OB's Outdoors.
They
Cheers,
gave us a
guys.
mention. They were in Kefalonia and they saw a cruise ship. And
They said,
thought of
"Oh,
us.
wonder if Will's and Rach are on that one."
We weren't.
We weren't,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So yeah, and I don't know if
thanks.
it's anything to do with these mentions or anything, but we've sort of got to 11k subscribers this week, which we're totally
Kind of
blown
mad.
away by.
6 weeks
Yeah.
to do 1,000 subscribers.
Absolutely crazy mental.
Blown away, so
and we
thank you.
appreciate each and every one of them and the views and
Really do.
everything. Right, we've been here long enough.
We have
We need
indeed.
to wrap this
You
up.
watch, they'll all unsubscribe
Yeah,
when we put
they'll
out
go-
this Iron Maiden video. Never mind.
Anyway, if you'd like this video, that'd be
If
great.
you'd hit that button, leave a comment. Have
Yeah.
you seen Iron Maiden? Have you been to London? Which would you prefer?
My day or his day? I know what I prefer.
Mine.
Anyway, as we say,
In Postcard and a Pint. Cheers to the good times. What's the Incredible Hulk's favourite underground station?
I don't know.
Turnham Green.
Oh.